Morning, guys. Looks like EU decided to drop. Cool. We've got a good trade breakdown for us later on today. Took a position in here that we're going to talk about later on this afternoon and why I was able to get in, et cetera, et cetera. So right now, as it stands, unfortunately, it's just one of those weeks, even like getting into the tail end of last week, where there's been nothing super clear or clean, I should say, to be able to get into half decent positions. So looking at this chart right now, if you were going to say, we're going to look for some sort of a reversal format, where do you think that would come from? Just, like, disregard what I have drawn in. Where do you think the next play comes from? Somebody draw it. Come on. No? So where's the next place we're going to, we're going to get a reaction probably down there, right? Now, how far that's going to go is going to greatly depend on how it forms. So the way that I sort of view this right now is I'm holding a short, and I'm going to be holding this short into here. Pretty well full volume. I have no real reason to scale out whatsoever right now. There's absolutely nothing driving price in here to want to go up, right? Just on the delivery. So if we take out a level of liquidity, we come down into a higher time frame flip zone. This is the next sort of area that I'm interested in potentially looking for either a hedge, provided things line up, et cetera, et cetera. So as it stands right now, looking for some form of a continuation trade, that's fine. That's all fine and dandy if that's something that you'd like to do. Not necessarily even FOMO in, but just getting down onto your lower time frame and saying like, okay, well, if we just follow the 15-minute mitigation process, which is here, if we make a new low, looking to trade off of here, looking to trade off of here, that's fine. 15-minute POI, 1 minute confirmation, 5-second confirmation of the 1 minute confirmation. That's cool. There's no issue. There's no shame doing that whatsoever. The next move that I'm really looking for is going to be something along the lines of, we get the initial chalk, we sweep that low, and then we essentially get a new order flow shift. Then we can start to look for potential reasons for price to want to move in the direction of the trade, provided that the trend lines up, et cetera, et cetera. And then we can start looking for potential positions. On the flip side of things, if this fails to take out highs and we basically get a realignment, something along the lines of this with a flip zone, whatever it might be, then we can start looking to take this into new territorial lows. So this is really frustrating to kind of watch these things, especially if you're not involved with them. So one of the things I just want to notice or note rather, before I get too far ahead of myself, is the foundation of our strategy is reversals, right? So understanding where these reversals sort of happen, understanding why they happen the way they do. Build case studies in here. Look at the price. How did this get up to here? Why is it cooling down, right? What is it reacting to? What did we liquidate? And then what was the final piece of the puzzle for this to start pushing down, right? So this is the importance of case studies. They don't even necessarily need to happen in your session. It's good to understand and train your eye to see what the difference between this schematic here to be a reversal is and what the difference between this one is. There are differences, and this is a really foundational piece. So, getting into just the narrative portion of this and like, where's the next trade going to come from? Quite frankly, we're a little ways away before picking a pivot point. So jumping in on a mitigation of sorts in here, looking for confirmations, don't be scared to take them. Not a big deal. The strategy works the same way for continuations. Really, it's not any different. We still have a 15-minute POI. We still want to see a 1-minute realignment. We can confirm that 1 minute with a 5-second if you so choose, or if you just want to keep on the 1 minute, that's fine as well. Aim for the next weak point and just play super conservative. We're getting deeper and deeper in price, right? You don't want to be caught, looking for these 1 to 50R trades when we could very well sweep up and then come back down as well. So that's just my 2 cents for this morning. Like I said, what I would suggest in your free time when you are actually looking at these positions kind of play out the way that they are and you're not involved with them, obviously maybe it doesn't correlate with your session, whatever it might be, but go and build a case study around here, right? Understand what it is that had to have happened here, what we're reacting to, where liquidity was built up, where we swept, what was targeted, where are the weak areas in the market. We had weak breaks here, so this is likely going to be weak. If we would have saw some sort of driving force here, I would have got involved with a hedge potentially to go against the short. So just go back and look at these things. So we're going to actually do, I think today what we're going to do is, because I'll have a small trade recap of what I took sort of in here, but we're going to build a case study around this together. But what I would suggest is, if you have some time this morning, go and build one so that you can understand maybe what's happened. You can come with some informed questions, and we're just going to build price out together so that we can really start to understand the pieces of the puzzle to be able to get involved at these pivot points and how to possibly build a reversal model, even though it's not it's aligned with 4-hour trend. It's just not aligned with the 15. So maybe what we'll try to do is build some form of a reversal model around this so that everybody can understand a little bit better what happens when these specific criteria are met. So have a good day, guys. Like I said, the first and only trade I'd be looking to really take is down in here if and when we see a 15-minute realignment, which obviously is going to take a substantial amount of time. Chances are it's going to be some sitting on your hands, just kind of letting price do what it needs to do. Yeah, so that's my 2 cents for this morning. Hopefully you guys like this, and I will see you guys around 12 o'clock. Like I said, if you want to build a case study around this price, this is probably the best use of your time for today so that you can understand the pivots. And from there, we can start moving forward as a community and possibly making a model that revolves around this specific pivot point. So have a good day, guys. Trade safe. Do not FOMO in. Let the market come to you. Define your setup before it even happens, and just sit there and wait.